Hello, this is Transformers fan G138, and I'm here with another episode of G138 and other such fun. And the topic today is Transformers Online Insignia, which is not the same as my upcoming Transformers Online Kirito series. Anyway, for Transformer news, there's Transformers 4 is filming in Chicago and all this other news. Yeah. That's kind of generic news you can find pretty much anywhere. If you haven't heard that, there you go. You can, it's been a while, they've been up there for a while, but they're still available. You can pre-order the Generations Triple Changers, Blitzwing and Springer, on Big Bad Toy Store. This isn't an ad, by the way, YouTube, but they're great. I've never had an issue with them. Of course, I don't buy the used stuff, so I've heard a couple people having issues with that, but whatever. I only buy new things on their page anyway, so it doesn't affect me. Yeah, so enjoy those. So recently, I got, last night, I got the Transformers Beast Hunter Smokescreen, and he's probably the only Transformers Beast Hunters I'm going to get. I'm not a big fan of Beastformers, and not a fan of the spiky armor. And I was going to get Shockwave, but I really don't like his design from the pictures I've seen. So I'm not going to get him either. So this guy is probably the only one I'm going to get out of the Beast Hunters line. And I just randomly went to Target last night and saw him on the shelf, so I grabbed him. He was on sale too, so he's like $10. Anyway, it was cool. It's good. I'll be doing a review of him sometime soon. Probably next. I like him. So, a lot of you have seen my preview for my intro, I should say, to the Transformers Kirito series I'm making for the summer. And it stars this guy, Kirito. Actually, he's an adaptive character from an anime called Sword Art Online. These are actually the swords from Sword Art Online. I've just used 3D software to recreate them and then modify them for Transformer use. And they have 4.8mm handles to fit the 5mm handholds. So they fit nicely. I've got 4 different ones from the series. The Black Iron Great Sword from Elfheim Online. This random sword that does not have a name from the episode from Season 1, or Part 1, the Sword Art Online story arc. Wow, I can't even think of the name now. The Black Swordsman. And then the Dark Repulsor, which is one of his dual-wielding swords. And of course, my personal favorite, the Elucidor. Elucidator, or whatever, I can't even pronounce it, but it starts with an E. So yeah, you can actually find these swords, if you like them, on shapeways.com. I'll post the link below, down in my description of the video. I'll have the link to my Shapeways store, where you can buy these swords. I recommend printing them in either the white, strong, and flexible plastic, which is what this sword is printed in, or the detailed transparent plastics. And that's what the rest of them are, but they'll all hold up no matter what in the white, strong, and flexible. I wasn't just sure on the material before I got it, so I would totally recommend purchasing these in all white, strong, and flexible, because it's much cheaper. Beyond that, swords are great. I like swords. They're compatible with almost all the Transformers that have 5mm handholds. A little awkward for Smokescreen to hold here, but you know, he still holds it right. All of them are designed so you can have Drift hold them with both hands, or Kirito if you so choose to make him. Yeah, they're totally paintable, so you can paint them in any colors you want. They don't have to be the colors they are now, but they are pretty awesome designs. So, yep. Please buy my swords. They're awesome. I'll be working on others. If you have any requests for swords to be made of certain, for certain Transformers, let me know. Because if you're interested in them, then maybe others are. But I'm not going to step on toes of others, so if somebody else is already making a Transformers Prime Star Saber, I'm not going to go behind their back and make it the exact same sword. It's just, to me, it's not right. But if another sword out of the series, for example the Saber Blade from Victory, or I don't know, a actual screen accurate version of the Star Saber from Transformers Armada instead of the combining one, the actual one from the animation, to do that. Oh, also, while I'm talking about these swords and customizing, they would also look great just transparent plastic too. This one, if you paint the hilt green, is a perfect replacement for this sword. I mean, it really fits the designs from the comic books this guy has had. I didn't even notice it until I put through it in his hand. I'm like, oh my god, that works. It works much better than this sword does. Give it that. So imagine that painted green. That would look really good. I just didn't happen to have the paint available, but maybe the next store I'll throw in another one of those swords and paint it greens to give to this guy. So as far as projects go, on this guy, he still has the same gimmicks as Drift. The original sword would still fit on his back, and he still has the swords in his side sheaths. Yeah. So I went with this mold just because, one, it's designed for sword wielding, and these doors, the way they hang down, can kind of double as his coat that he wears all the time, and the longer coat that goes down. And obviously I'm not going to put cloth on a transforming toy, so this actually worked really well. My only concern was whether I was going to use a Drift mold or a blur mold, and I decided the head on this guy fit Kirito a little bit better, and his doors fit together a little bit better because they're smaller on the inside than the blur doors are, and with the added paint these would fit better. But that was my thought process in there. I'll be doing some sort of video on this guy exclusively, but my Shapeways store is open. Please go check it out. Links in the bottom. And now I'll move on to the last thing on my list of things to talk about for updates. This, as you may recognize, is Maintenance Service Elevator, and how many times am I going to use that line on this show? Probably every episode. Anyway, this is the hardcover reprint of all the Drift comic books. I do have the regularly printed book, the softcover, and I also have the individual comic books in almost every one of the covers. Reason I got this, simply because it's Drift and it's hardcover. So it's the only hardcover book I've purchased from them, from IDW, and it's my favorite series out of the IDW, and it's my favorite character from the IDW people. This, unlike this, includes the Drift Spotlight, So this actually includes a spotlight issue. Can't show you the interior, unfortunately. But this also includes a ton of character designs and sketches, some panels of the comic books, turmoil sketches, size comparisons, color photos of all the covers, which is included in this one as well. Yeah. So it's really good. I liked it. It was worth the money for me. This was too. So I did get it on a pretty decent discount, so I wouldn't recommend buying it at full price. I think I paid $16 for it, and it's marked as like $25 or something. $24.99. So it's good if you can afford it. It's great. I love the series. Highly recommended comic book miniseries. If you haven't read it, go out and read it. Drift is amazing. A lot of people disagree with me though. Anyway, that being said, Kirito, Smokescreen, and Drift. My guys. For those of you who have seen my other video, I'll be posting the link of that also down below. It's the title sequence for my upcoming Kirito mini show this summer, which includes him fighting Shatterglass Drift and all this other stuff, and I've been getting questions and questions and questions, which I totally support and like. But you guys are gonna have to wait for the summer. It's going to be awesome, trust me. I'll be posting some updates. Also, if you are on Facebook, look up the Transformers Stop Motion Club. It's a group. You have to ask to be joined. You ask to join, and one of the administrators approves you. Almost everybody gets in, like everybody. There's like one person that hasn't. So, go for it. It's called Transformers Stop Motion Club again. I'll be posting updates on there too, somewhat more regularly than YouTube. So, yeah, enjoy. So now the topic, Transformers Online Insignia. What could that mean? Well, I have decided to continue Transformers Online in two parts. One will be the Kirito series this summer, and the other is Insignia. Now, Insignia, unlike the rest of Transformers Online, will be in written format, and the prologue, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 are up right now, and Chapter 3 will be up next week. I'll be posting chapters weekly, very weekly. So every week or so you'll get a new chapter. They're not long at all. They're a paragraph and a half tops with some dialogue. And, it follows the characters of the regular Transformers Online universe, as opposed to the characters in the Transformers Online Kirito series, as they deal with the aftermath of events from the movie and from everything. Yeah. So it's going to be awesome. Please read it. The link is down below. It's on my Blogger account. It's set up as a blog, so if you type your email into the top right corner of the page, you will get an email notification when a new chapter is posted. That seems to be it for me today. But yes, please read at least the first chapter, if not the first two chapters of Insignia. Let me know what you think, and you can post comments right on the page, share to Facebook, do whatever, link it to YouTube pages, whatever. Yeah, it's interesting. It's got Rodimus dealing with a lot of stuff. It's got Warpath and Sideburn fighting a guy that I won't mention to you now. You'll have to read to figure that one out, because it's a pretty big spoiler. So yeah, it's going to be a good series. Introducing a lot of other aspects to it, expanding the universe that I wouldn't be able to do with stop motion. So, yeah, please enjoy. I'll be posting chapters weekly, and yeah. Also, I'd like to mention, because I think I made it sound a little bit like Transformers Online Kirito was not going to interfere with the Transformers Online universe. That is not true. They both take place in the same universe. And there will be some consequences to Kirito, and then there will be some stuff from Insignia that appear in Kirito. So they both intertwine, but you can read one and not watch the other, or watch one and not read the other, and be completely fine. They're separate stories that have some continuity things between them. But Kirito will have some significant results. Yep, that's all I have today. Also, don't forget to check out my Shapeways store and take a look at the swords I have available. If you have any requests for swords, video reviews, etc., comment down below or send me a message. I'm good with both. Anything else? I don't think so. Have a good day, and thanks for watching.